Right. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so welcome to Excel Island and welcome back to my live stream if you're an existing subscriber, and welcome if you're a new subscriber. And my name is Abatan Sheriffdeen, and what I do on this channel so far is I have been live streaming my learning journey using the resources on the Datacamp platform to upskill myself in my SQL knowledge as a data analyst. And I've been doing that for the past 62 days. Today is day 62, so if you check the live stream, you probably see you probably see videos from day 10. I didn't actually start live streaming since day 1 of my learning. I actually started live streaming on day 10 or 11, so you get the idea now. So, but I started learning on the Datacamp platform since day 1 that I started learning, and the idea to live stream it came up on day 10th or 11th. I can't remember pretty well again. But you see other videos that you can also learn from on the channel. Also, after this live streaming of SQL, which the goal is to live stream for the next 100 days, I plan to start the Power BI live streaming also, where I get to upskill myself in my Power BI knowledge also. Same using the Datacamp resources on the Datacamp platform. So welcome to the channel. Also, you also see videos on Excel or other videos on Excel currently on the channel. Also planning to do some Power BI videos in the future, and Python also, to become a full stack data analyst. Is there any other word like full stack data analyst? I have no idea. So if I go back to my Datacamp dashboard, or I'm currently on the career track data analyst in SQL, as I said earlier. So if I go to the tracks, I go to career tracks. So the goal is to finish the career tracks in the next 100 days. I'm so consistent that today is day 62 and I am 70% through the whole resources, through the old lectures in this career track. I'll also be practicing also, to the fullest. So if that's loading up, I can see I'm actually 71%. Yesterday was 70%, today is 71%. So I didn't actually check this part of the dashboard whenever I'm learning. So if I go continue to career track, if I click on that, you see the courses in the career track, and these career tracks contain these data analysis in SQL career tracks contains 11 courses for over 39 hours. But definitely learning, relearning, trying to practice, you are definitely going to spend more hours than you can imagine. So you can see it comes with a certification also, a Datacamp certification that allows you to show recruiters your skill. So this career track, I'm actually on the 11th course. So the total course, actually on the 8th course rather, on the 8th course, which contains 4 chapters. I'm on the last chapters on this exploratory data analysis in SQL. So we have, the goal is the 11th course, then the projects, then the statement of accomplishments. Then after that, the goal is to also do the certification, the Datacamp certification also, and do a lot of practice and build more portfolios. I'll also be live streaming those journey also. So if you want to subscribe right now and hit the notification bell so you won't miss that. So let's continue from where I stopped on day 61. So if I continue to career track, let me just go back to the progress here. So I think this particular course, is 1% to the course. Also, let me tell you about a little bit about myself. I'm a top rater plus freelance data analyst on the Upwork platform. I've had major success on the platform for the past 2, 3, getting close to 4 or 5 years now that I've been freelancing part-time. And this is the first year, 2023, that I decided to become a full-time freelancer, and it has been an amazing journey so far. And the good news is that I have someone who has been putting me through all about freelancing for all these years of my freelancing career. Also, I try to also teach people, share my experience also out there on video. You see videos on the channel where I talk about the 6 atomic habits to become a successful freelancer. So, but my coach has a course currently on, who also teaches you how to become a successful freelancer also and run a successful freelancing business. The name of the course is Freelance Client Magnet Course by Bengadebi, my coach. I'll leave a link to the course under the YouTube description. You can also check out Bengadebi on Twitter. If I quickly run to Twitter, my Twitter accounts. So this is Bengadebi on Twitter. Do check out his course. I'll leave a link to the course under the YouTube description. You can check out his pin tweet. You see a lot of testimonials out there. You can also go to the Twitter account right now and set a reminder for 3 different ways to earn in dollars from the comfort of your home as a freelancer, or you're looking to become a freelancer in the next future. Probably tomorrow, to start your freelancing business also, or to start your freelancing career, is hosting a Twitter space where he's going to be sharing his expertise. And don't forget, Big Alibi is a highly top rated freelance coach, so you don't want to miss these reminders, this Twitter space. Go on Twitter right now and set that reminder. Also, if I go back to my learning journey today, I'll just click on continue. Let's learn some stuff today. So the idea behind it is to learn 30 minutes, 45 minutes to 1 hour every day for the next 100 days. And that's how you compound knowledge. You don't want to just rush to a technical knowledge course like this, just like a movie. No, you don't do that. You learn as little as possible over time and compound those knowledge and practice also. So if I come back here, this is where I stop from day 61. So I'm on this chapter of the course, this exploratory data analysis in the course. So I've completed chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and we are on the last chapter, which is working with date and timestamp in SQL. So this particular chapter focuses on data exploration based on numerical data and based on categorical data or structured tests, and based on working with timestamp in SQL. So if I just close this and continue from where I stopped, then that should be cool. Where are we? We're 42% towards the chapter. So I'm trying to complete a couple of challenges. So if I get the whole question correctly without using the int section of the platform, or try to see the answers, I'll get 100% mark for that. So let's read the instruction and try to solve the code based on working with date and timestamp. So we're configuration by day of week. It says, does the time required to complete a request vary by day of week? The time required to complete a request varied by day of week on which the request was created. We can get the name of the day of the week by converting a timestamp to character data. To char, date created, day. But character names for the days of week sort in alphabetical, not chronological order. To get the chronological order of days of the week with an integer value for each day, we can use extract day of week from date created. Date DOW stands for day of week. Okay. Instruction. It says select the name of the day of the week the request was created. Date created as day. Okay, the first instruction say select the name of the day of the week the request here. The request that was made, this request ID, the day of the week it was created. We're going to extract day of week from this date created, and that's quite simple. We just use the extract function here. Extract. We're going to start DOW, which is day of week. DOW, we extract it from date created column here. If you just easily copy that. Let's do that as day. Now select the average time between request creation and completion. That will be request creation, date created. Now select the mean time between the request completion. That is day completed and the request creation as duration. Date completed between creation and completion. But definitely we are subtracting date created minus date completed minus date created. Hold up, quickly check something. Okay, so the mean, the average, definitely the mean also means the average, which is AVG there. AVG So group by the name of the day of the week. So we're grouping by this, group by extract day of week. We can also just use the day alias there, but I think that won't work. There's a reason for that. Group by day of the group by the name of the day of the week and integer value of the day of the week. The request was created. Ooh, hold up. Group by day, then the integer. Oh, okay. We could use the alias day from here. Now extract the integer. So where it says extract integer value of the day of the week, the request was created. Integer value of the day of the week, the integer value for the day of the week, which is extract day. So we could also extract day. Checking. I'm checking if we could actually extract day, which is possible. We should be able to extract the day from a date. The integer value of the day of the week, the request was created. That should also be day of the week. Also, let's see. Definitely day of week. But we're having 3 day of week. Group by day, the name of the day of the week, and the integer value of for the day of the week. Use a function. Order by the integer value of the day of the week using the same function used in group by. Now the function to extract the integer value of day of the week. The integer value I have to convert. Definitely I have to convert it to an integer. Okay, let's see. Day of the week from date created. Date created. You have to convert it to an integer. Integer. To convert to an integer, you need to have this there. Let's see if I'm not mistaken. Let me copy that and also use it here also. So I have to convert this day of the week started here to an integer. And let's run the code. Oh, definitely an error. Oh, why am I having a comma here? There's not supposed to be a comma there. There's supposed to be a comma as day. Let's use AI to help on the error. Oh. Select exact day of week as day. Average from. What do you mean by that? We're using the start function. Oh. Using the start function. If I'm using the date part function, then I have to write day of week. Then when I'm using the extra, I have to say day of week from here. Oh, that's a silly mistake there. Definitely same thing here. You always run into an error. So I want to start day of week from date created. Then it says the integer value of the day of week. The request was created. Let's see that. Extract day of week from date created. Let's run that one more time. Ooh. There's supposed to be a comma here. Extra day of week, comma. Exactly. But day of week 0 or the other by extract day of week go by day and also go by the day of the week. But I think to go by the name of the day of the week and the integer value of the day of week the request was created. Okay. So those created on that should be correct. Let's see. So I'm missing something here. The other expects me to use extra there. To check the highlighted code, the character expects to find to char date created day. It says we can get the name of the day of the week by converting a timestamp to character data using to char date created day of week. Oh, we could actually use this there to get day of week in a name. That is Monday. This will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'm using extract day of week. Let's see that. Okay. Let's run that again. Voila. So to show the day of the week after extracting it from this date here. Day of the week 2016, 2006, 0113. So this 13 fall on a Sunday for that first day of the week. Okay. Nice. Let's submit that and see. And that's correct. Now integer value. So in this case, now we're not using the integer value to group it, but the integer value of day of week will be in 0s to 6. Okay, understood. Let's give it one more shot. Date truncation, which is truncating the dates. Unlike date paths or extracts or date trunc. So the date paths, I can't remember what the date path function does, but I know what the extract function does. So date trunc, let me check my slide here. Date trunc. Okay. Okay, date trunc is going to reduce the dates. Let's say we're in the middle of the month, 15th of a particular month. The date trunc is going to reduce the dates back to the first of the month. That's what the date trunc function does. The extract, as usual, we know what it does. The date part probably used to extract parts of the date. So the date trunc, unlike date trunc, date part or extract or date trunc, which keeps dates time units larger than the field is specified as part of the date. So instead of just extracting one component of a timestamp, date trunc returns the specified units and all larger ones as well. We call the syntax date trunc field, then the timestamp. Using date trunc, find the average number of these requests created per day for each month with the data. Ignore all days with no requests when taking the average. So if you use date trunc, it's going to go back to the first day of the month of that particular date. Let's say aggregate daily counts by month. As months, the counts definitely we are counting there. Familiar with that? I'm going to use count star to count each rows in the record. Oh, there's a subquery here. So aggregates subquery in the select form is going to give us with a subquery to count the number of requests created per day. Select the month and average counts per month from daily count subquery. We have a subquery called daily counts. Let's start with it. It says select with a subquery to count the number of requests created per day. select the months and average counts. So our counts here per month from daily counts subquery. We are selecting the months from this daily counts. But from that daily counts, we want to select this subquery to compute daily counts. If I'm to use the day, what I'm going to use here is the most important. Maybe the counts. We say we use count star also, but that's tricky. Count star from this table. Now daily counts. You could say number of requests. That will be date created. We're definitely using date created here. You could just say I'm making the date created. I need to figure out the function I'm going to use there. Let's say we're going to use the day function also. Say use day strong to find the average number of requests created for each month as data. So that is to create the number of requests created per day. Hold up. I'm going to use date trunk here. Let's use extracts there. Let's use extracts. Extracts, spell that wrongly. Extracts. We say day or day of week. Definitely day of week. Day of the week from date created as day. Count star as counts. Go by day definitely as daily counts. That should be our daily counts. So if I should run this subquery here, let's give it a shot. We should have something like this. Day. So this is the daily counts. Running the subquery. So from this subquery, you want to extract the months. But that's funny though. So say go by months here. So whatever I want to select in our outer query should be the result of the subquery. I don't understand why they're asking us to do month again. Okay, let's say use date trunk. So select the months and average count per month from daily count. So we need to calculate, select the months and average counts. So select the months and average count. So this result should be average. Okay, let me copy this first and reset the query. Put up. The best I could do is to let me set the query. So this should be average count. Okay, definitely average count. Let me paste this one back. So we are back here. If I should run this subquery here, I should have this result. But select a subquery to count the number of requests per day. Select the months an average count per month from daily counts. Average counts. So this should be average of the counts here. Average of these counts from here as counts. Now I'm going to select order by months, definitely by months. Order by months. Now let's figure out this extract. It is for critical number of requests created by per day. Per day. Here now select the month and average count per month from daily count. Select the months from daily counts. Daily count by months. Let's use date trunk. The date trunk should work there. Because if I'm selecting months, I should be having a month column for my result in the subquery. I'm actually having a day column. So I say date trunk I want to trunk the months. Or say the months from date created. Let's give that a shot. Let's see if that will be correct. Let's run that. I'm getting scared going to get me date created does not exist. Exactly. Because it doesn't exist from my subquery here. That is why. I know the error I'm going to be getting. Let's give it one more shot. Let's make sure everything I'm selecting is from this subquery. So let's give it a shot. One last option. Let's reset the code. If I come back here, paste this. So subquery to compute daily counts. If I run my subquery again, so go by months here. Go by months. Go by months. So what else I could do? Calculate the average of the counts here. Say counts. That will be average of the counts. Then the last option is this option here. The result of my subquery is daily. Then here is telling me as months. Okay, let's see. I'll just see select day then. So that is the last option there I could use. Let's run the whole query. The average of daily counts. That's correct. It is for the number of requests created per day. Then the months, blah, blah. So let's run that. Let's select that. If that should be accepted. They're expecting date trunk. They're expecting me to use date trunk month on the date column here, on the date result here, which is the month. Oh, cool. But that's quite tricky and not fair, because the date column here, the day column here is only having the. Let me paste that. The day result here is just. Let me run this subquery one more time. The day result here is only showing for the day, which was gotten from a date created column, which is a month column. If I'm extracting date trunk month from a day result, which is only showing me daily level data here. How am I going to get months from daily level data? That's not fair. But let's run the code and see the result then. So the date chunk is supposed to go to the first day of the what? Of the month. Let's see the result. Aha. It says what? Date chunk does not exist. Let's use computer start function. Let's do it one more time. Saying the error in the code you submitted is that you are using extract function instead of the date chunk function to extract the month from date created. Okay, let's see date chunk. Let's use date chunk, okay. I use date chunk. Then I have to specify date chunk here. We don't want to use the field. I need to pass. Oh, I need to for date chunk. I need to pass it in. Let's see that more time. If I'm using date chunk here, if I run this query from the date chunk function here, let's see what it shows. We are saying till date chunk goes to the first day. That is, it truncate the time period rather. So the date is 2018 or 17. So the date is going to truncate the time period, the date created to 00 here, like this here, for each word, for each day. For each day, for each day. So from here now, we just date trunc this day column also, this result here. But right now they're talking to the months pass. If I go back and run the whole code, let's see. You see the same thing, but now I already calculated the average of the count here. But the months, the day is also returned as a what? As a month, which is like daily level count, which is the first day. Take a look. You can see this is 2016 0101. If I run the subquery, rather, the subquery is showing for each day. We're not grouping it. Okay, we just go by order by there. We go to 2016. That will be pretty hard to go to. The rows is over 9,900 rows. We're only showing the first 100 rows. And see for 2016, 0401, the data has been truncated to the first, which is the first period in the day, which is the 12 a.m. part of the day. You can see 2016, 09, 10, first day of the month. Let's run the whole code then, which is going to run from the first day in 2016, 0101, 2016, 0201, 2016, 0301, the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day of 2016, and the average. That's so the difference. The challenge is the date trunc. How to use the date trunc function. How to use the date trunc function compared to the extract date function there. That's quite interesting, and we got that finally. Wow, that's cool. That's really challenging and fun though. But for every subquery, you have to make sure you're selecting the result of the subquery in your outer query. Let's see. So let's continue. I'm working with date time series. I think we could finish this part of this course today. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Aggregating with dates, finding missing dates, customer aggregating period, monthly average with missing dates. Then I have another lesson here.
When counting observations by month or day.
Oops. Okay.
When counting observations by month or day, the result only includes rows for values that appear in your data. How do you find periods of time with no observations? Recall the generate series function, which you use with numeric data. The same function can be used with date-time data. Generate series expects timestamps for the from and to arguments. Dates will automatically be cast to a timestamp. The last argument is an interval. For example, here we have an interval of 2 days. The result is a series of timestamps between the start and end values separated by the interval.
Hold up. So the interval difference is 2 days interval. There's 1, so you jump to 3. So the first day is included. 01, 02, jump to 03, 03, skip 04, jump to 05, 05, skip 06, jump to 07. So 2018, 01, 01. So from this date to this date, jump by 2 intervals and show the recurring dates. Okay.
Here's an example with an interval of hours. The last value in the series will
Hold up. Hours, 5 hours difference. So from these dates, 01, 01, 01, 02, but the difference should be 5 hours interval from that same dates. So the next is 5 hours, 10, 15, 20. Okay.
be less than or equal to the ending timestamp specified. For example, here the series ends at 8 p.m. on January 1st because the next value in the series would be greater than the 0th hour of January 2nd. To get consistent values, generate series using the beginning of a month or year, not the end. For example, attempting to generate a series for the last day in each month produces unexpected results.
Hold up. Now, 01, last day in each month. That's quite funny. Says attempting to generate a series on the last day in each month produces unexpected results. So when we check the results, 01, 31, which is the 1st of January. Okay, the 1st of January 2018. then 31st of December 2018, 1 month interval. That's a pretty long period there. 31st of January, then 28th of February, 28th of March. Oh, because of the leap year, probably that year has a leap year. The February 28 days in that year. So it's originating from the last of February. So we continue from that series.
Series for the last day in each month produces unexpected results. When you add 1 month to January 31st, you get the last day in February, the 28th, because there is no 31st. But then 1 month after February 28th is March 28th, not March 31st.
Exactly.
To correctly generate a series for the last day of each month, generate a series using the beginning of each month, then subtract 1 day from the result. Series can also be used result.
Hold up. They're saying same series like that. 2802, 01, 2019, 01, 01. 1 month interval minus 1 day interval. Let's understand that. Subtract 1 day to get end of month. Okay. So 01 31st, 02 28, and 03 31st. Okay, well, let's really subtract 1 day. It's going to give us the correct end of each month by 1 month interval. Oh, that's understood. Well understood. Okay, let's continue.
Series can also be used to find units of time with no observations. For example, you might want to count sales by the hour of the day they occurred. Here's some sample sales data in its original form, and then with the number of sales counted by hour.
Let's listen to that one more time.
They occurred. Observations. Series can also be used using the beginning of each month, then subtract 1 day from the result. Series can also be used to find units of time with no observations. For example, you might want to count sales by the hour of the day they occurred. Here's some sample sales data in its original form.
It says counting sales by the hour of the day they occur. Okay, this is the hour of the day, the 9th hour, 13th hour, which is around 1 p.m., 12th hour. Okay, let's see.
And then with the number of sales counted by hour.
How did you do that? So the day trunk is quite effective. So this time we're talking to the hour of the day. That's interesting. But no, I think the last example I did that took almost like more than 5-10 minutes. In day trunk, the day. Okay, I have to go back to check that out. Let's have to go back and check it out just for remembrance purpose. So the day trunk here. Yeah, this day trunk. I wanted to truncate the date to the day level. I use day trunk day, then days created. This day truncate to include that day to the month level. Just for I have to go back there just to remember real quick.
When counting observations can also be used to find units of time with no observation, the hour of the day they occurred.
Okay.
Here's some sample sales data in its original form, and then with the number of sales counted by hour.
So select date trunk hour, date as hour, count star from sales, move by hour, order by hour.
Looking at the counts, it's hard to tell at a glance that there were no sales in the 11 o'clock hour. To include hours with no sales, generate a series of hours, then join this to the original data to introduce rows for the missing hours.
Okay, create the series as a table called hour series, with hour series as generate series. With generating series, how we know the stats from what time to what time to generate. So from 04:23, which is the 9th hour for that day also, to maybe a particular time of the day from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. 1 hour interval. Okay, we're using 1 hour interval as hours. Okay.
First, use a with clause to create the series of hours from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and call this hour series. Then, join this to the sales data, matching the hour from the series to the sales date truncated to the hour.
So, hours from series count dates, not star. So, count non-null. Select hours, count dates. Please also. Okay. What kind of number of sales by that? So, maybe probably don't have. Okay, we're only just counting the number of sales per hour, not the revenue generated per hour. Okay. From hours, left join sales, which is this our sales table here. This is our main sales table on hours equal to date trunc hour the date. If you are left joining to the sales table, it's going to return all the dates, all the hours from that table. So count non-null, so that we are going to count, okay, well understood, so that we'll be able to count all the records in the date column, including non-null. This will be including null records. Okay.
Count the date column instead of counting the rows because we don't want to count null values.
We don't count null values. We're counting the date column. Okay.
Group and order by hours to get the count of sales per hour. The result now includes all hours between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Okay.
with zeros for hours with no sales. We're less likely to overlook that some hours have no sales. If you want to aggregate data by an interval that is not equal to 1 unit of a date time field, you can create bins. Recall this strategy from working with numeric data. Let's count sales in 3-hour intervals during the day. First, create 2 series, one for the lower bound of each bin and one for the upper.
The lower bound of it. This one I want to do there.
3-hour intervals during the day. First, create. Let's count sales in 3-hour intervals during the day. First, create 2 series, one for the lower bound of each bin and one for the upper. Let's count sales from working with numeric bins. Recall this strategy data by an interval that is not equal to 1 unit have no sales. If you want to aggregate data by an interval that is not equal to 1 unit of a date time field, you can create bins. Recall this strategy from working with numeric data. Let's count sales in 3-hour intervals during the day. First, create 2 series, one for the lower bound of each bin and one for the upper. The series for the upper bound starts and ends 3 hours after the lower bound. This is the amount of the interval.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that idea. If you also get data by an interval that's not equal to 1 unit of a day's or time field, you can create bins.
You can create bins.
Let's see that.
Recall this strategy from working with numeric data. Let's count sales in 3-hour intervals during the day. First, create 2 series, one for the lower bound of each bin and one for the upper. The series for the upper bound starts and ends 3 hours after the lower bound. This is the amount of the interval. We alias the result as bins. Then, join bins to the sales data, where the sales date is greater than or equal to the lower bin and less than the upper bin. Then, group and order by the bin bounds. The result is the count of sales made during each of the 3-hour intervals. Okay, time to practice. The result is greater than or equal to.
Let's see that one.
We alias the result as bins. Then, join bins to the sales data, where the sales date is greater than or equal to the lower bin and less than the upper bin.
Hold up. The next series for 3 hours from 04 93 was lower then same time period, but the time difference is okay. The 9th hour of the day is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then from definitely this is from 12 a.m. till like 7 p.m. or definitely 8 p.m. This is like 6 p.m. Yeah, definitely 6 p.m. So from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is the upper bound. So count values in each bin. Select lower upper. Count date. Left join keeps all bins. Left join sales. On dates equals lower, and dates equals to greater than or equals to lower. Go by we need to practice
Then
this.
group and order by the bin bounds. The result is the count of sales made during each of the 3-hour intervals. Okay, time to practice using series with date-time data.
Time to practice. But we can't practice now, so I'll go to end the live stream here today. And I'll attend to something really quick. Let's see. When else is coming up. So that will be the end of the live stream for today. So if you found value in this video, do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So I'll see you on day 63 where I'll be solving. I'll continue from where I stopped today. So if you found, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and do check out our Bengalis being freelance client magnet course using the link in the YouTube description. And I will see you on tomorrow's Twitter space, which is where Bengali is talking about 3 things or 3 ways to make money, to make dollars or any dollars from the comfort of your home on the Twitter space. So do check it out using the link in the description, or you can just go to Twitter and see the Twitter space by my coach Bengali. Don't forget to check out freelance client magnet course using the link in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 63 where I continue from where I stopped. I have to attend to something really quick here. You have a wonderful day, and